It's been a weird season so far for Newcastle United. After being promoted back into the Premier League after one season down in the Championship, Rafa Benitez's men got off to a flying start, even finding themselves in the top 4 of the Premier League for a period of time. However, things have taken a turn for the worse up north. The Magpies' early season form has fallen off a cliff, as they now find themselves well entrenched in the relegation fight, sitting in 16th position, 1 point out of the relegation zone at the time of recording. There is certainly hope for Newcastle, however. Owner Mike Ashley has put the club up for sale, and there are rumours of a lofty financial takeover which could revolutionise Newcastle United as we know it. However, we are not going to wait for this financial saviour to help turn around Newcastle. Today, we will put this responsibility on our shoulders as we rebuild Newcastle United. G'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. Welcome back to another rebuild in the December Rebuild Challenge. Today, we head back to the Premier League, to one of my favourite Premier League clubs, if I'm being honest. Got a soft spot for the Magpies, as today we rebuild Newcastle United. You guys have definitely been highly requestable. This has been a highly requestable rebuild. A lot of people wanting me to rebuild Newcastle United. I can definitely see the demand why. A lot of people telling me that I should buy the financial takeover when I rebuild Newcastle, but I'm going to do it normal. I'm going to go ahead and do it cleanly like a normal rebuild. But fellas, if you do go on to enjoy today's rebuild with Newcastle United, make sure that you leave a like on the video. And as always, if you are new around here, make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. We are posting career mode content on the daily. For those of you who have not seen a rebuilding challenge video yet, here are the rules. So the main objective of this is to take a team to the Champions League final. We will be simulating every single game up until the Champions League final, which we will play ourselves. We can make whatever transfers we like. Realistic, unrealistic, it does not matter. There's a big focus on the transfer window, only showing players that we sign. And finally, don't get butthurt if I sell your favourite player. Let's get into the rebuild. So this is going to be the starting 11 for the first season, and I know this isn't a traditional Newcastle United squad. I know I'm leaving out players like Mankio and Yedlin and all those sorts of players, but I want to play a 3 at the back formation. We're going to rock a 3-4-1-2, and definitely the first position I'm going to be looking to upgrade is the goalkeeper position. We've got that, who's that? Oh, Sells, yeah, Sells, the Belgian goalkeeper. He's out on loan, but regardless, I want someone that can last us for the majority of the rebuild, so I'm going to invest in that to begin with, and then probably a new left midfielder as well. Yes, Rolando Aarons is a young quality left midfielder, but he's not going to be world class in terms of career mode, so definitely need to look at that nice and early. But I think ultimately we're going to be upgrading 90% of this squad. Probably look to keep Marino in for as long as possible. He's got great potential, and our backline's got quality potential. But anyways, let's go and have a look at the transfer market. Get in there, fellas. We've made our first signing for this rebuild. One of my favourite goalkeepers, probably ever since FIFA 12. Jack Butland coming to the club for £23.5 million from Stoke City. So welcome to Newcastle United, Jack Butland. And we're going to bring ourselves in a brand new left midfielder here. Charlie Musonda, the Belgian midfielder from Chelsea, is going to come to the club here for £11.4 million. I know it says he plays right mid, but he can also play left mid. That's where we're going to put him. So welcome to Newcastle United, Charlie Musonda. And we've had a player departure here as Rob Elliott makes the move to Leeds United for £1.4 million. So we have budgeted really well and brought ourselves in a brand new striker. Luciano Vieto, the Argentine, is going to sign for us from Atletico Madrid for £22.9 million. We have definitely placed some foundations, laid some foundations for a successful rebuild, but welcome to Newcastle United, Luciano Vieto. That will conclude our first transfer window in charge of Newcastle United. It's been a pretty successful one, a pretty efficient one. Jack Butland, Charlie Musonda, Luciano Vieto in, Rob Elliott out. I'm interested to see how we're going halfway through the season. Here we are just over halfway through the Premier League season, the 1st of January 2018, and we're doing quality. We are sitting in 8th position, but the thing that encourages me the most, we're only 2 points away from 5th place Leicester, so realistically, we could play European football next season if we continue on this sort of form. If we pick things up a tiny little bit more, definitely a possibility to play European football in Season 2. Whether I think it's the best thing for the rebuild for us to do that, I don't know, but definitely good position. Definitely good to be not down the bottom with Southampton, Stoke, Palace, Burnley, Brighton, all those teams. I don't want to do too many pre-contract signings in this Newcastle rebuild, but I'm going to do one now. Emre Can, the German midfielder from Liverpool, is going to be joining us here at St. James's Park in Season 2 on a pre-deal. So welcome next season, Emre Can. So due to how much money we spent in the opening window, we really didn't have enough money to go out and get somebody right now. But of course, Emre Can coming in next season. Hopefully it's going to be a good Season 2, but let's see what our position will be at the conclusion of season number 1. Okay, so definitely didn't achieve what we wanted. We went down a few positions at the end of the Premier League season, but it's alright. Our league objective from the board was to finish mid-table, and we've done just that. We finished in 11th position. Not a bad season at all. Definitely think we should be pushing for maybe top 8, top 7 football next season. But Chelsea do win the league, 1 point ahead of Spurs. Pretty close title race it seems. And then looking at the drop zone, it is West Brom, Huddersfield and Stoke City being relegated to the Championship. Checking out the FA Cup, we were unable to make any impacts in that tournament. Manchester United did go on to win it. And checking out the League Cup, we didn't do anything in that either, so a very poor season on the domestic cup front. Bayern Munich did win the Champions League final 2-1 over Manchester City, and AC Milan took down Sporting on penalties in the Europa League final. Whoa, Carl, mate, you feeling alright? Your hair's on friggin' rainbows and your eyes are red. You feeling alright, mate? So, Season 1 generally is all about building quality foundations. I think we've done that. We're going to go build more next season. Let's go see what we can do in season number 2 with Newcastle United. Season 2 begins on the perfect note. We're going to sign ourselves a brand new left midfielder. Memphis Depay makes his return to the Premier League, signing here for Newcastle United from Lyon for £25.5 million. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play Depay on the left midfield, and then Musonda is going to go to his natural position on the right hand side. So welcome to Newcastle United, Memphis Depay. So a player departure here. Rolando Aarons is making the move to Bournemouth. They paid his release clause of £8 million. And I felt no need to kind of try to keep him at the club. No need to fight the release clause. Good luck at Bournemouth, Rolando Aarons. We have a lot of excess stock in the club that I'm looking to get rid of to generate funds. Paul Dummett, the latest casualty, the Welsh left back, is making the move back to the Championship. He is off to Derby County for £3.3 million. Jesus James is the latest player to leave St. James's Park. The Spaniard is off to Turf Moor, off to Burnley for £1.7 million. And Jacob Murphy joins the vast array of players to leave St. James's Park this season. He's off to Norwich for £4.6 million. So we're going to sign ourselves a brand new striker here, Paco Alcacer, someone that I've been wanting to sign throughout the rebuilding series for quite some time. Finally, we get him. He comes to Newcastle United here for £24.6 million. Stuart Finley leaves the club. He is off to Leipzig for £430,000. DeAndre Yedlin will be making a move to Selhurst Park on transfer deadline day. The American right back who we no longer needed, not playing any right backs. He is headed there for £8.2 million. And another deadline day transfer. It's a beautiful sight to see two redheads in the same photo like that. But Jack Colback joins Sean Dyche's Burnley Revolution for £2.8 million. So that was a very busy transfer window. Memphis Depay and Alcacer in, Aarons, Dummett, James, Murphy, Finlay, who else? Yedlin, Colback. I feel like we got rid of one or two more players as well, but so much work done. Let's see if it can help us get maybe to Europa League football. I don't know. Let's check in at the halfway point. Halfway through the Premier League season, well, just about halfway through. Things are going all right. Not the best, not the worst. I mean, at least we're not Arsenal, but we're sitting in 11th position here on 25 points. 11th position, only 6 points away from 5th place Swansea, so definitely room to grow in the second half of the season, but I really was hoping we'd be in a much stronger position. And frustratingly, during my simulation, we have sold Florian Lejeune. His release clause has been paid out by Lyon, which is quite frustrating. So we're going to have to try making it our priority to bring in a top quality centre back for this window. And for those of you that were curious, the transfer fee was £23.7 million. So probably could have sold him on for more, but frustrating nonetheless. And we have made our replacement for Lejeune as we bring in Antonio Rudiger from Chelsea. A big name signing, a massive pickup here. The 25-year-old German centre-back signs for a pretty reasonable sum, if you ask me, of £31.5 million. So I'm very happy with that. Welcome to Newcastle United, Antonio Rudiger. So only the one deal in this window, Rudiger in. It's a big deal in that. I mean, Rudiger is no small-time player, really helping revolutionise our squad here at Newcastle. Very interested to see where we conclude this second season. If we can play European football next season, I would be very happy with that. Things have not finished this season how we wanted to. We finish a bit higher, 2 spots higher than last year, but not in the top 5. We were really close. 56 points, Leicester on 61, so a very tight competition. But unfortunately, we still are not in European football headed into Season 3. Chelsea win the league again. Looking at the bottom of the table, it is the 3 promoted teams getting relegated. Aston Villa, Leeds United and Fulham. Arsenal only survived by 1 point, which is crazy to see. Looking at the FA Cup, we made it all the way to the semi-final, where we unfortunately lost to the eventual winners in Chelsea. And we made it to the quarterfinals of the League Cup, where again, Chelsea took us down. That is frustrating. Unfortunately, I guess, I don't really care, but they lost the Carabao Cup final. Real Madrid win the Champions League final on penalties, and Roma win the Europa League final 2-0 over Bayer Leverkusen. But anyways, fellas, that will bring our second season here in charge at St. James's Park to a conclusion. It's trotting along nicely, just need to keep adding the pieces and hopefully figure out the puzzle. Let's build on and get into Season 3. I am so pumped up about this transfer. A massive way to kick off this season. Anderson Talisha, the Brazilian attacking midfielder, 6'3", beast, absolute weapon, signing here at Newcastle United. He joins us here at the Toon for £51 million. So we've spent a lot of money on him, but he is definitely going to be worth it. Welcome to Newcastle United, Anderson Talisha. A player departure here as we've sold Dwight Gale to Wolverhampton for £8.3 million. A player departure here just before deadline day. Kieran Clark, our centre-back, heads to Turkey. Heads to Fenerbahce for £6.9 million. Alright, so this is the conclusion of deadline day of the window for Season 3. Slowly but surely getting our squad ready for Champions League football, hopefully. Hopefully we can qualify this season, but Talisha, Gale, Clark, all the players that have come and gone. My plan now is to go in for a new centre-back in January, but I'm still doing some scouting and getting some info and planning out who I want to go in for, so we'll get around to it then. I'll see you guys, hopefully, in a top 4 position then. Come on, man. I thought this would be the season that we would really break out from mid-table obscurity. But we're still mid-table. Granted, we're on 25 points, only 4 points behind 4th place Everton and 7 behind Leicester. But I thought we'd be able to be high at this point of the season. That is not what I want to see. Maybe we can resurrect it with a new signing during this window, but it'll be interesting. So we've brought ourselves in another quality centre-back, another former Chelsea player joining the club, but it's going to be Kurt Zouma, coming from Fenerbahce, where he must have transferred. £29 million plus Matt Ritchie. Great pickup. Welcome to Newcastle United, Kurt Zouma. So that is the January window done and dusted. Not too much business done. Kurt Zouma in. Ritchie out. Haidara has gone out on loan. I accidentally pressed A on the accept button instead of reject, but don't really have to go too far into that one. So let's get to the end of the season and see if we can qualify for, I don't know, just Champions League or Europa League. I definitely think we can. Look at the squad we have. I think we can make Champions League football. Well, I hope we can. So close to Champions League football. We finished Season 3 in 7th position on 62 points. Leicester and Man City both on 65 points, separated through goal differential. One more win, we would have probably been playing Champions League football, which sucks a big time. It sucks big time. We have to make it next year. Our squad's good enough. If we don't do it in Season 4 and qualify, I will be quite surprised. Chelsea win the league again. Stoke City, West Brom and Norwich all relegated. Checking out the FA Cup, we lost in the quarterfinals to Manchester United. And in the Carabao Cup, we lost in the round of 16 to Nottingham Forest, which is a bit surprising. Manchester United win the Champions League and Villarreal win the Europa League. So here's the quick look at our squad report at the end of season number 3. Make sure that you pause it if you want to have a look at a certain individual stats, but slowly but surely transforming this side. Our back line is almost there. I think maybe we get rid of, or not get rid of, but find an upgrade on Lascelles, maybe an upgrade in the midfield. I'm not too sure. Our squad is coming along nicely though. Definitely think that we have to make Champions League next season. But let's get into season number 4. Season 4 begins on the perfect note. We signed Shkodran Mustafi. How are we going to say it? Shkodran Mustafi, whatever. The German centre-back is going to sign from Arsenal for £34 million. As I said, rebuilds like this are just brick by brick, getting your way to the top. Shkodran Mustafi comes in. Our squad, if we don't make the Champions League this year, there will be seriously something wrong. I'm very excited to see how we go. I'll check in with you guys at the halfway point. So here we are halfway through the season. We've played 19 games. Everyone else has played 18 except for us and Arsenal. But we're in an alright position. We're in 6th place. We are 2 points away from top 4 football. 5 points away from top 3. And I think it's crucial that we make the top 3. I'm kind of disappointed we're in this position. I definitely thought we should have been pretty comfortable. I thought we could have been title contenders this season, to be honest. But everyone else is probably doing well. We're probably doing a little bit average. But we'll see what we can do for the rest of the season and for the transfer window. Don't have all that much money. I splashed the cash on Mustafi at the start of the season, but we'll see what we can do. We've made a massive pre-contract signing in this rebuild. I've been pretty good, I think, in limiting the amount of pre-contract signings, but we've made a massive one here. N'Golo Kante, now 29 years of age, is going to be joining us here at St. James's Park. 90 overall. Even if he does decrease next season due to age, he's still going to be really, really highly rated. Like, probably at the worst case scenario, 87 rated, and a 90 rated midfielder is going to be huge for us. So welcome in season 5 to Newcastle United and N'Golo Kante. A player departure here as Henry Savai is off to Swansea City for £4.5 million. But that is going to be the end of this January window. We're going to bring in Kante next season, which I am so excited about, and then we lose Savai, however you pronounce his last name. So most importantly, let's see if we have what it takes to qualify for the Champions League. I think we do, but I mean, we're not proving it at the moment, are we? Get in there, lads. We have had an awesome second half of the season. We qualify for Champions League football in season number 5. finishing in 3rd position, 68 points. Man United seemed to run away with the league. Man City, not a bad season either, but we almost caught them. We almost finished in 2nd. A good season, I guess. 20 wins, 8 draws, 10 losses. Not the best, not the worst, but Champions League football for the first time, and with a 90 rated. N'Golo Kante coming in, and our young players getting close to their peaks. I really am, I'm optimistic to say the least. Crystal Palace, Cardiff City, and Wolves all being relegated. Checking out the FA Cup, it is going to be Chelsea winning that one. We lost to Liverpool in the quarterfinals. And in the Carabao Cup, we were nowhere to be seen. Man United ended up winning that title. Chelsea won the Champions League 1-0 over Barcelona. Wait, that might screw us up. If Chelsea won the Champions League, does that mean we have to go through the qualifiers, or do we get to go through automatically? God, I hope we don't have to I hope we actually make it now. Imagine if we didn't. And then Arsenal won the Europa League on penalties against Real Sociedad. I know we were in the Europa League this year, but we lost to Anderlecht in the round of 32. So, I mean, Season 4, it was quality. We qualified. I mean, I can't complain too much. We qualified for the Champions League. That's all I was after. Let's get into Season 5 and see how we fare. So we begin Season number 5 off with a massive signing here. My thought process was, we need a new quality midfielder. I think if we want to have a chance at winning the Champions League this season, we have to get someone that's an upgrade from Emre Can. And I thought, I had a few midfielders I could have gone for. And I thought, Bayern Munich is a team that we have a very good chance of being matched up against. So why not go for their midfielder out of all the ones I had on my shortlist? So Marcus Llorente is going to sign from Bayern Munich for £39.1 million. Alright, so that's the end of the transfer window. I was trying to get rid of some of our valuable fringe players that I don't really need in order to get like 50, 60 million and go for one more big signing that could get us the Champions League title, but unfortunately, offers for players like Jonjo Shelvey, for Tony, for players like that all fell through, so we'll try doing it again in January, but let's go check out our Champions League group. See, look at the top left-hand corner. Alright, so here is our Champions League group, our first ever Champions League group, and it looks like a difficult one, to be honest. Inter Milan have a lot of young quality players, and they tend to buy well in career mode saves, from what I've been able to gather. Ajax, we all know about their youth program. Hopefully all their youth players have already been bought by other clubs and dispersed across the world, which won't make them too dangerous. Interested to see what Zenit could be like. Maybe they're a dark horse for the group. But let's go and check out how we finish in the Champions League group and see if we keep Season 5's dream alive in 3, 2, 1. We have qualified for the last 16. We don't top our group. Ajax managed to do it. I wasn't expecting that. I thought Inter were going to be our biggest problem, but Ajax topped the league. We finished 2nd. We qualify for the knockout round, so the dream is still alive. Where are we? Ajax are playing Chelsea. Oh God, we're playing Barcelona. Barca bloody Lona in the Champions League round of 16. Yeah, out of all the teams we probably could have faced, yeah, Barcelona, not the highest on our list. Probably the lowest on the list, to be honest. I mean, if we can beat Barcelona and get ourselves through to the quarterfinals, then there is no excuse for us not to go the distance, in my opinion. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm saying, but yeah, we might not win it this season. A massive signing here, and not just a massive signing, a bargain of a signing. Julian Brandt had a release clause of £31.3 million. Look at his value. He's valued at $56.5 million. We have basically saved, probably end up saving 30-40 million with how much the club would ask for him, but we've signed Julian Brandt from Roma for £31.3 million. What a steal. So that's the end of the transfer window. Julian Brandt is in, no players out. We have definitely made a big improvement there. Also, I forgot to show you the Premier League table at the start of the window. It's been a bad run of form. We started the window at 2nd place. Now we're down to 5th, so we need to make sure we get back into a Champions League position for next season if we don't win it today or this season. And I mean, the fact that we're drawing Barcelona, really, it might hinder us. But anyways, that's the transfer window sorted for January. Let's go check out the Champions League knockout rounds. Alright, leg number 1. Barcelona versus Newcastle United. We've got a full strength starting 11. Our team's really strong. The fact that we have an 85 rated Musonda on the bench is a testament to that. But Barcelona's side is probably just as strong, if not stronger. Simeone up front, Deulofeu, Dembele, Busquets. Depay gets us in the lead though. A 1-0 advantage here, which is a big start. Can we know they get an away goal? That's exactly what we didn't need. We didn't want them getting an away goal. Come on, let's hold strong and not let them get another one. Okay, I guess I'll cop that. A 1-1 draw. Headed into the second leg. We need to score for the away leg though. Alright, time for the away leg now. We need to get an away goal. Now, the only player we're missing is going to be Anderson Talisha, our attacking midfielder. But since we signed Julian Brandt, who's 88 rated, he can play attacking midfield. We get an away goal, but as I was saying, Brandt goes to attacking midfielder. Musonda gets back into the starting 11, and we have an away goal now. So Barcelona's away goal advantage is out of the picture. I am happy for it to stay this way. No, Weigl gets them an equaliser. It is 1-1. If it stays like this, we head to extra time. Depay gets us back in front. Barcelona need 2 goals. Hold on, fellas. Hold on. Are we? We've taken them down. Memphis Depay. He has gone in. Didn't he score in the first leg as well? Memphis Depay, I love you. We are through to the Champions League quarterfinals. Yes. Alright, so we had a challenge in the round of 16. And it doesn't ease up at all. Still relenting. We take on Manchester United, who disposed of Roma in the last 16. I mean, if we beat Barcelona and we have managed to go on to beat Man United, then confidence will be at an all-time high. But I mean, it's a mediocre confidence. I'm confident after beating Barcelona, but I mean Manchester United. We know how good they can get in career mode. This will be interesting. Alright, we begin with the away leg. Away at Old Trafford. Full strength starting 11. Talisha back in. That means Musonda goes back to the bench and Julian Brandt goes onto the right mid spot. Depay misses an early penalty. That would have been so sweet to get an away goal nice and early against his former club as well. But Vieto gives us the lead. Imagine if Depay got that. We could have had 2 away goals already. But we get one. We're 1-0 up here against United. Come on, fellas. 20 minutes to go. Can we bag ourselves a second away goal? We're definitely in a good position at the moment, and it stays that way. 1 away goal and a 1-0 advantage against Man United. That is quality, I would say. Alright, it is time for the second leg. United versus United. St. James's Park. We need a strong defensive performance. We need Rudiger, Mustafi, Zuma, and Butland all to step up today. We need to keep... You are kidding me. As soon as I say, in the middle of saying we need to keep a clean sheet, Pogba ties this whole thing up. Our away advantage is out the window. We need to score a goal now. Come on, get us a goal. Somebody step up and score for us. Talisha, score, mate. Depay, score. Oh, we're into extra time. This is nerve-wracking. United have gone out. Talisha gets us a goal in the 104th minute. Are we going to hold on? Yes, we are. Oh, God, fellas, that was nerve-wracking. Heart pressure's gone through the roof. Chest is tight. Words are being mumbled, but we're through to the semi-final. Oh God, guys, we might do it. We might defy the odds. Remember at the start of the season when we bought Llorente and I said, there's a good chance we'll probably come up against Bayern Munich in the Champions League at some stage if we go deep. Well, speak of the Devils. I make it to the semi-finals. Who do we face? Bayern Munich. They defeated Ajax, who we faced in our group. They defeated them 3-2, so Ajax must have been pretty good, but I'm hopeful. I mean, we've had a really tough run to the semi-finals so far. We've had Barcelona, we've had Man United, now we've had Bayern Munich. Arguably 3 of the biggest teams in the world. Definitely 3 of the best teams in FIFA when you get deep into career mode. The other semi-final is Atletico Madrid versus Man City. We did versus Atletico Madrid a few rebuilds ago. Can't remember which one it was. Might have even been the Copenhagen one from yesterday, but We know how good both those teams can be. Let's just focus on taking down Bayern Munich and getting through to a final. The first time, again, just like Copenhagen, our first time in the last 16 might be the time we get to the final, so let's find out. Alright, so leg number 1 is going to be at home. It is going to be at St. James's Park. And we're going to be taking on Bayern Munich. Llorente in the starting 11, full strength side, same as the one we rocked in both legs against Man United. They have a very good side. Coutinho, I'm just trying to see who they bought. Coutinho, Grimaldo, who else did they bought? We got a goal, Llorente! Oh, no way! Llorente gives us the lead, but Bayern get an away goal through Thiago. Manuel Neuer picks up an injury. Depay gets another penalty. Tolisso gets another goal. They've got 2 away goals. Thiago, thank God, can't get a hat-trick. They get 2 away goals, but it's a 2-all draw headed into the second leg. Okay, now time for the away leg. We need goals, but I think a draw's not going to help us here. Unless we can get a 2-all, 3-all draw, a draw's not going to help us. We need to win this leg. It doesn't matter how many goals we win it by, just as long as we win it. It can be 1-0, can be 2-0, 1-0 at the moment. Julian Brandt gets us an away goal, gets us in the lead. That is 3-2 on aggregate, but they can score at any moment. Seal does pick up an injury for them, thank the Lord for that, but they get a great replacement in Savic. It is still 1-0 in our favour. There is 15 minutes to go. Not too much happening in this game. Holy shit, the game's almost over. We've done it, boys. We have done it. Yes, 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 we have done it. Get in there. Champions League final. First time of asking. Julian Brandt's goal is going to get us there. Oh, away the tune. I think that's the saying. I have no idea. I'm from bloody Sydney, not Newcastle. But Newcastle United have got themselves a Champions League final. True Geordie, I'm doing this one for you, mate. So we are going to be taking on Atletico Madrid in the Champions League final. Can we secure it in Season 5 and keep our streak alive with the FIFA rebuilds? We haven't lost a rebuild yet, which is kind of messed up to think. I've just mastered the CPU, how to play the CPU. Now, I've seen your guys' comments saying, use Cutsy sliders, use Chesnoid Gaming sliders, use this guy's sliders. What I'm going to do is, if I'm awake when this video goes live, because time differential's a bitch, but when I wake up, I'll make the poll. If you want sliders, vote in the poll and let me know, because it's your series just as much as it is mine, and I want to keep you guys happy and keep it challenging, so yep, let me know. In the Europa League final, AC Milan beat Sociedad 1-0. We finished in 3rd position in the Premier League again, so if we don't win tonight, we get to play again next season. Man United win the league against City on goal differential. Jeez. I bet Man United fans wish that happened in the 2012 season. Villa, West Brom and Huddersfield all relegated. The FA Cup was won by Manchester United. We were nowhere. Actually, there we are. Bottom left corner. Spurs beat us in the last 16. And the Carabao Cup, we were nowhere to be seen. Spurs beat Leicester 2-1 in the final. So here's a look at our squad report for hopefully the final time. I'm very happy with the squad we've been able to build. I mean, Zuma and Rudiger haven't progressed as much as I thought they would, but this is a very balanced and a very, I don't know, not deep squad, but we've got a lot of squad depth. I don't think deep is the right word, but we've got a lot of coverage in a lot of positions. Our bench is ridiculously strong. Our starting 11 is very solid. Some positions stand out more than others, but I'm very happy with the squad we've been able to build, and I'm very excited to see what we can do in the final with this Newcastle United squad. Newcastle United fans believe this is a real possibility in the coming seasons with Rafa Benitez at the helm and a financial takeover looming. But let's see if we can make it happen today. Newcastle United versus Atletico Madrid. Llorente, here we go, Talisha. We're just passing it around. Vieto holds it up beautifully, goes to Julian Brandt. Holding it up, we're needing some support. I see you on the edge of the box, N'Golo Kante! Oh, God, the Frenchman almost gave us a perfect start. Pressure. Yes, good stuff. Still on, I didn't mean to pass that, but it's still on here. Llorente. Oh, terrible touch, I was almost going to have it. I still might have it. Llorente scores it! Oh, God, I thought we'd screwed it up. But Marcus Llorente has given us the lead here. The Spaniard with a beautiful strike outside the box. If you've played offline this year, you would know that this area right here is borderline guaranteed goal territory when it comes to long shots. Llorente, off the right foot, finds the bottom left-hand corner to get past Oblak. It all started from Vieto. I believe it was Vieto who just chased after the defense, made the tackle, and got us into great position. 1-0, Newcastle United. They're on the attack. This is where I don't like having no left back. Almost got caught in no man's land with Memphis Depay, which has happened right now. Depay almost has to come back on defense to act as a left back for us. Good tackle from Brandt. Thomas wins the ball though in a good position. What a block from Shkodran Mustafi. Really thought we were going to concede there. They've had all the possession here, Atletico Madrid. The only time we're going to be able to hit them is on the counter-attack, I feel like. We just need to make sure we can't give them any real opportunities. But they're passing it around here nicely. Thomas almost signed him. They play it through. Force a great save. No! How has that happened? We've cleared it into the back of one of our own defenders. That is what I'd call FIFA AIDS. I need to see a replay of this. It was a great save from Butland. I held down X to clear the ball, and they've just kicked it into the back of one of our own defenders, I think. It happened so fast. Let's see. So it was a great ball through to Griezmann. Thought he was offside. We've cleared that into a friggin'... Who was that? Was that Zuma's head we cleared it into? That is so unlucky. Correa almost blows it, but smashes it into the roof of the net. What? They're running through here. Thomas. Good stuff, Llorente. We're passing it around. Talisha going to Alcacer. I see you, Memphis Depay. Lovely done. Depay running. Why aren't you going in the center? Fucking hell, why wouldn't you run into the center? We do get the corner out of it. Now I'm going to try this technique I've kind of learnt. You make the guy run in, then you put virtually all the power, so it becomes drilled. You get the header and you almost score. Thomas running through. Great stuff, Kante. Timed that one to perfection. Vieto, nice movement. I see you, Anderson. What a ball there to the Brazilian. Anderson, Talisha. Oh, hits the post. Follow-up. Paco Alcacer on the follow-up gives us the lead in the Champions League final. I thought for all money that Talisha was going to get us the lead. Hits the post, but one thing I've noticed ever since the latest FIFA update is rebound goals happen so much more. The guy, the striker, always in the correct position. Great reading of the game there from Alcacer. Drills it into the open net. And we have the lead with about 15-20 minutes to go. Come on, Newcastle. Come on, they're running through. Carrasco plays it out there to Saul. We can't let them get the ball in the middle. Depay's defending very well. Goes back to Koke. Precision dribbling in the middle. How have we let Antoine Griezmann get that one? Get out of it. We've let Antoine Griezmann equalise here. Go away. He's one of my favourite players in real life, but I'm so mad to see him score that one. We were defending them so well up until that point, but how have we let him get that shot off? Jack Butland left with not much, he didn't have much help at all. Probably could have done a bit better on that one, but probably would have been blocked from Zuma. 2-2. Now, I had this sub lined up after we scored, but it still makes sense to make it happen. Talisha comes off, Musonda on. Musonda goes to the right mid spot, and then it's going to be Brandt in the attacking mid spot. Here we go. An opportunity to take the lead straight from the kickoff. What should I do here? Ready? Holds it up. Memphis, right foot. Oh, what a save. Oh, as if we couldn't win that header. They're passing it around here. João Cancelo, good touch to take it past Kante. We're tripping over each other. Thank God Butland was there. Here we go, we're passing it around. Good stuff, Memphis Depay. Paco Alcacer. I see you, Brandt. We're going to play it through to Brandt. Watch what I do here. You ready? Boom. No, that's not the player I meant to go to. But it still works out. Musonda scores it. I thought he was offside. Who the hell? I think it was Lorente who's number 18 who I meant to go to. But it doesn't matter. We have gotten the lead back here. Number 18 is the man I meant to go to. We almost stuffed it up. Thank God it's another rebound. Musonda off the bench gets us the lead in the Champions League final. The Atletico Madrid forwards pushed up so much. They attacked so hard that we hit them on the counter-attack and had so much space. Get in. Come on, they're going for one last hoof. Good stuff, Rudiger. We've got the ball now. It's a heavy touch from Lorente. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, yes. Good stuff, Kante. Newcastle United, Champions League winners. The streak is still alive. We are yet to lose a rebuild final. And this one came down to the wire. What an intense final. I would say that Kante was the most influential player in this final. He was there when we needed him, just like in real life. But fellas, if you enjoyed today's Newcastle United rebuild, make sure, as always, you leave a like on the video. Bloody Scorpion, kick that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. Check out my social media links and all that good stuff. It'll be linked down below as per normal. But most importantly, fellas, I hope you have a fantastic day. It has been JarradHD here. I am out. Peace.
I won't waste my time. Fuck you, oh, let me show you how. Find me another. You can't break me down. I'll get covered. Just to break it. You thought that I would need it back, but you didn't know that I faked it. No tears, no heart attack. Leave it all behind. Love me a new one. I won't waste my time. Fuck you.